Hello everyone, we're going to be playing Finland today, and of course we're not going to be playing them in the conventional way. We're going to be doing historical neutral Finland, and on top of that we're going to make it even worse. We're going to be playing artillery only Finland. I actually have tried this already. I guess I tried recording it too quickly because I just sent a save over to Bittersteel to see if he wants to try and save it. Yeah, this time we're going to do it the correct way, and we're not going to have all the issues here in Alan taken, Helsinki taken as well. We're not going to do that again. This time we're going to win. We're going to actually beat Soviets with artillery only. I'm having the confidence right now.
I love your confidence.
This is the focus specifically right here that is going to give us the ability to do artillery only and not have it be the worst thing in the entire world. It's still really bad, but it's at least usable. So this does give support companies organization +10 and HP +5. So we can add 5 support companies to a division, and that's of course what we will have to do to get any HP so that our units don't blow up on any contact with the enemy. So let's get going here. Iron Man Finland 2. This is the disaster right here. All right, so here we go. We start off with a bunch of units. We have 18 units. We have only 3 military factories. That's not great. We're gonna put one onto towed artillery, of course. I'd kind of like to build some towed anti-air, but at the same time, these ones only have 25 piercing. If we can wait a little bit, we can get the ones with significantly better piercing if we can get to this tech. So these have 60 piercing, so I'd really like to do that because then we can actually use that to pierce the Soviet tanks. So what we're gonna do right off the bat here, let's get interwar artillery. We do need to get that. We're gonna get electronic engineering, and we're going to get interwar tank development. I'm actually going to go with the light tanks this game. So we're going to get down to the 1936 light, and we will be using that. You may be saying, like, why are you even using tanks? Well, I did a poll on my YouTube and you guys approved it, so it's your fault. All right, so here's my proof. You guys voted at 68% that SPG does count as artillery because it's artillery on a tank chassis. 19% did say they wanted artillery only purism, but I'm going to take this as a win for me because doing this challenge with pure artillery and not using any SPG to get that little bit of armor, it just makes it gives it that slight edge where it's maybe doable. And as I already said, I've already sent a disaster over to Bittersteel, so I don't need more disasters at this point to send to him, which inevitably would be created if I try to stick with just artillery and nothing else. Okay, so we're gonna build some civs. We'll put them here first because we do have the 60% infrastructure there. We'll put some over here as well, and we got to take our first focus, which of course is going to be Finnish neutrality. That's pretty much it for now. We'll train these troops up to veterans. Let's get going here. So one more thing, this run was inspired by this PDX challenge. I've really been enjoying that they've been releasing these challenges. I don't love all of them that they do release, but nothing else, they inspire me to do some different challenges as well. And in this case, I'm doing this historical Finland capitulate the Soviet Union as fast as possible, but I'm doing it with the caveat because of course I have to torture myself for all of your entertainment. So we're going to do it with artillery only. But like I said, props to PDX and Chakarethi for setting up these challenges. I'm a fan. I hope you guys will find those and do those as well. If you don't know, they are on the official Hearts of Iron Discord. A little plug for my Discord as well. I do have it in channel. So if you guys join my Discord as well, you would be able to see those challenges as well. All right, we got political unity. The first thing we're going to take here is the silent workhorse. That's going to give us some extra PP, which we sorely need soon. So as long as we have the PP banked, we'll be able to get rid of this guy here, and we do not want him. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit organize the opposition, and yeah, there, it just switched it to a cost of 50 now, so we can actually get rid of Per even Svinhuvud. Epic pronunciation. All right, so there we go. We got our new Kiosti Kallio, and this guy is so much better. We also will, yeah, man, the PP already 1.41 per day, and that's even with spending 0.1 on MIOs right now. Kind of insane. I am going to want to get partial mobilization as quickly as possible, and now you can see it only costs 112. On top of that, our advisors that we're going to want to get are also decreased in cost now. So this nationalist Lutheran priest and the white liberal up here, the white liberal, yay, 112 PP. Let's get partial mobilization. That's going to put us up to 5 civilian factories now. It doesn't sound like much, but this did also just get rid of the negative 30% construction on civ factories, and considering we're producing only civs right now, that's going to help significantly. All right, we have 100 PP, and let's actually just ban fascism right now. This is a really good thing to do because the concerning support for extremists, I think this goes away now. Okay, so now we can actually start building our trust back in the current government. Our leader, I think, actually, yeah, he is a anti-communist, so a very based individual. All right, so it is nearing the end of 1936, and we already have almost 9 free civilian factories, but 13 civilian factories now. Kind of insane how quickly we are moving up in the world. All right, I think just to get rid of that negative PP from the low trust, I'm going to go ahead and do entice the masses. This does increase the popularity of non-aligned as well as increase the public trust. So that's going to help us with, yeah, now we have medium trust again. So our people are a bit happier, and we will subsequently gain more PP every day. Nationalist Lutheran priest time. This is going to get us our weekly manpower, and that fascism support actually does nothing because we've banned fascism. So it's a complete wash on the daily change. 100 PP, we probably need to be clicking improve worker conditions pretty much every time it becomes available from here on out. Our stability is not great as it is, and we need to be improving that. All right, now we got basic armor protection. Let's go ahead and set this tank. All right, so light fixed superstructure, medium howitzer, extra ammunition storages. We're just going to do 4 of those, and then 9 armor and diesel engine. All right, so that leaves us with 82% reliability, still really good. 4.5 kilometers per hour speed. Very nice armor, especially for a light tank, and especially considering we're using the riveted armor as well. So this does at 36, that's not true. It's going to be 42.2 soft attack, actually quite good. The piercing is not great, only 20, but I mean, what can you expect? It's an SPG, still pretty good. All right, I'm going to put this to the top. I do want to get 2 on these as quickly as possible. What else do we need now? I would kind of like to get the anti-air upgrades. If the sooner we can get these improved anti-air, the better, because I do want to get these into some divisions. I guess let's rush this. All right, so I'm going to build these last 3 factories, but right after that, I'm going to switch entirely over to military factories. So again, we want to use the highest infrastructure states first, but yeah, we're just going to build a ton of mills after that. All right, so I just took professional army corps and political loyalty. That increased our stability by almost 14%, which is absolutely massive, especially for our factory output, but it also improves the consumer goods factor, as well as even political power gain. There's a lot of really good things and good reasons to do that as quickly as you can. All right, we got Outokumpu for defense industry. Another thing we're going to need to do is put some extra supply hubs in. We'll need one probably around here, maybe around here, and around here. We'll get a total of 3, and that will give us really good supplies on the front so that we can just simply hold. I'm thinking maybe we should send an attaché to China. All right, so these are the basic building blocks of what we're going to be doing here with artillery divisions. We're going to be doing long range patrols and winter logistics company, and both of those will make this division pretty decent. They also give them HP and org when we add those in. All right, we have the PP, and we don't really need to spend it on anything else, so I'm going to go ahead and take our artillery genius now. This guy is going to be amazing. 20% extra artillery attack and defense. That is so good, especially for an artillery only run. It's like they really wanted us to play artillery only. I think Paradox wanted this to happen, so I hope they're happy. I hope some of them will see this run. All right, well, Munich agreement just happened. That finally pushed us up over 25%, so we can go ahead and do extra refresher exercises now. We've got our anti-air. I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 on that. So we're producing a lot of extra mills now, so it shouldn't be too long. We'll have enough to put on those. We also still have a surplus of artillery. We could probably consider adding some more changing some more divisions over and then training them up. So let's go ahead and do that now. Unfortunately, we do have a really big deficit on these SPGs. I might need to add another one into this, but we'll see. Well, we keep getting closer to the time when the Soviets will attack us. We go ahead and build our supply hubs now. That's going to be really, really important. So I'm going to put one here. We're going to need to send some railways over there as well, and here, and I'm going to send one all the way up to Petsamo as well, just so that we can have some decent supplies. There we go. Let's put these to the top of the list, but then once again put the actual hubs to the top of the list after that. So now we're going to click reorganize the railway system. This is super important to do. We do need these supply hubs to construct with that 300% bonus. That's going to be absolutely massive for being able to produce these quickly. Yeah, and as you can see, we can get one a month essentially, and then we have 6 more factories that will also be working on those as well. All right, I'm adding in the winter logistics company now, and as you can see, our HP is starting to look a bit better. We're a little bit healthier. 13.1 org. These are at least doable stats, but I'm hoping that with our piercing being 32, we should be able to stop the Soviet tanks dead in their tracks and do a decent amount of hard attack to them as well. And then our soft attack will repel any infantry invasions as well. 192 days left to get enough SPGs. I even increased this significantly and decreased the amount of improved artillery. Gotta do what I gotta do. So I'm hoping we can salvage this. We are building more mills once again now, so that will help as well for all of those deficits. Okay, another thing we can do, we can prepare these Mati tactics, and we want to do this in areas where we're going to be getting attacked a lot. Unfortunately, we can't actually do it in Karjala. It's not one of the options, but we can do it in like Kuopio or Alu. Either of those would work. And let's see, that's a total of, this one's only 2 provinces where they're going to be attacking us, but this one has a total of 4, and this one is going to be 3, and then this one's going to be 3 as well. Yeah, Petsamo is probably one of the better options here. So let's do that one. And then we have the power and PP. We could set one up here in Asala as well. I'm going to get these 2 divisions dumped out here. And actually I need to be training at least probably another 3 or so. It looks like that puts us in the deficit range yet again. But I'm going to dump these ones out already because I want to get at least 1 unit here onto this island. That's going to be super important because we're going to be getting attacked. More than likely, the Soviets will come for us there. Let's do this. Set up a garrison order on both of these spots. That should do the trick. I'm going to tell them to train as well. They refuse to go here, so that's an issue. I don't know when we'll be able to go there. Yeah, that's goofy. Okay, Germany's going for Poland now. I think we're going to be in danger.
I'm in danger!
All right, long patrol company, let's add this in. This does give a lot of really nice stats, including soft attack, extra hard attack, extra HP, which is super important, extra organization. So this is going to put us at a total of 19.4 or 41.8 HP. Of course, once we can take some more doctrine, that will help us as well. Well, I'm not feeling entirely ready, but obviously I can't give up any core territory. That's not even an option. So I'm going to wait the like 11 days here until we're at 1 day left on this. Eventually too, we can actually trade out some of these divisions as we get enough artillery. We can increase the combat width of these. So what I'm going to do is, as you can see, I have this one as art 12 width. So I'm going to make like an art 18 width as well, which is just obviously going to be with 2 more artillery. It'll be a little bit stronger, a little bit extra soft attack, and that's the only difference that we're going to have there. So the places, the ones that I'm switching out to these more elite divisions that have a little bit extra stats, it's just going to be the places where I think are going to be most threatened. So I just changed 3 of them. I think we can change like up to maybe 4 or so. You can see there's certain territories that are going to be threatened more, like this one can be hit by 4 tiles. Obviously that one is going to be more threatened than a lot of the other tiles. We have enough to add in integrated support. I'm going to do that now. Should have checked the comparison, what the org would be. That's pretty decent. 25 org. That'll make these a lot more usable, a lot more hardy. Should be able to hold significantly longer. Here come the Soviets. Scary, scary business. Looks like one of these units is trying to get over to then try to move here into Åland. You know, we can't just deploy there. That is so unfortunate. I hate it. I'm gonna delete all of these orders. I'm gonna leave at least 1 on Helsinki. We're gonna put 1 up here into Vasa, then 1 onto Pori as well. And we'll have to be watching the lines too, because it could get get pretty dicey here. It looks good at the start, but I think, yeah, it's gonna look a little bit scary at times. Our stats look decent pretty much everywhere. I'm hoping we can push back against the Soviets before too long here. And I'm gonna get this unit quickly sent over. We'll put this on convoy escort as well, just to try to at least stall whatever subs the Soviets will put out. But hopefully we can get there without getting harassed, but guessing we will get some harassment here. We'll see. Can they make it without harassment? They are harassed. Everywhere's holding so far. This unit is somewhat damaged, or possibly, I think I had changed that one to the 18 width. Possibly it didn't get enough equipment in time or something. Ooh, we're actually low on support equipment too. That's kind of an issue. Low on trains. There's a lot of issues with our economy as it stands right now, but we can, let's go ahead and switch to extensive conscription, and we'll switch to total mobilization as well. It's gonna give us a little bit better ability to get some more mills or whatever else we may need for this war. They are starting to blow up our supplies and such. I don't like that. We probably need to improve these lines that are now getting blown up and damaged. The issue is we also need like more trains. We also need more SPGs. There's just so many things that we need. It's a little bit of a struggle here. Well, so far so good on all of our defensive divisions. Basically, they beat the tar out of that division. Not too much we can do about that. If it can at least make it there the rest of the way, please get there. No. I'm thinking that unit might be entirely destroyed. There's a good possibility of that happening, but I mean, it's a sacrifice we may have to make.
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
If we want to hold every single tile possible, obviously we need that division to get there, so we'll see what happens. So our division made it, but it was nearly entirely destroyed. But it is there, and it will be gaining its org and strength back. So, I mean, maybe we're okay now. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to strike force instead. There's not too much that our little fleet can do anyways, so we're mostly just gonna be trying to prevent a Soviet invasion in that manner. So you can see here we are piercing the enemy tanks. Even though they are light tanks, they have 16.982 armor, but the AA that we did put in these divisions is good enough to damage them. So that's really good news. I like that a lot. So far we've inflicted 29k to our 6k losses, and I think probably most of those losses were just from this unit specifically. Well, we just got 2 events. Our snipers are proving highly effective. If we hand out arms to them, we're not actually using our infantry equipment anyways, so there's no reason not to hand arms to them. So we're definitely gonna go with the second option here. They can have some guns, sure. And this one, we don't want to lose stability. We have enough war support anyways, so we're gonna say this is plainly stupid. That'll give us a single extra stability point, which, I mean, I'll take whatever I can get. I'm not gonna be picky about that. All right, Simo Haya has been accredited as the White Death. I'm gonna go ahead and take the first option here. The second one, division defense on core territory plus 5%. Attack against major countries only 10% for 180 days. Winter attrition negative 20%. We already have like near 0 winter attrition anyways, so I think it doesn't matter too much, to be honest. And the manpower here is going to be quite useful, so I'm going to take the first option. We can get women in the workforce now as well. We do want our population to keep ticking upwards, so let's go ahead and take that. So it appears this place in the far north is the only one that's really in danger. I'm going to bring up another unit up here because I think it's going to be a good idea to have an extra unit on Petsama, because that one is getting really hammered, and if we can have another unit, that's gonna really stave that off and, yeah, help it out. Oh wow, we got a good event here. Gains embraced by the White Death, which grants division attrition plus 20%, winter attrition plus 25%. Wow, for 360 days too. That's great. Oh man, I love that. Okay, we still have some deficits here. We're kind of struggling to replenish some stuff too, because bombing our trains. I just need more mills. I desperately need more mills constantly, and the only way we're gonna get that is by building them. Well, our losses are looking better now. 18.8k to 167. I've bolstered a few of these extra spots. Unfortunately, the issue with doing so is now we are not super well defended on our ports over here. We have 3 ports that are wide open. So I'm gonna have to fix artillery deficit, and I'm gonna have to recruit some more artillery. But yeah, this is a bit dire and a bit rough. Sweden is actually sending us something which is unusual. I'm very surprised. But they also sent us a bunch of our artillery too, which is great. I love it. All right, I'm building 3 more units here. I do want to be able to defend these ports just in case the Soviets do try some naval invasions. So I did rush the advanced light tank chassis a bit. So I'm going to make a new template that's going to be mostly similar to our old one. I think I might actually add some small cannons on this though, or I guess we can only get one. But I want to be able to max out both soft attack and get a little bit extra hard attack, because right now we're kind of that's the one stat that we're really lacking. But yeah, for the most part, we'll go with all the same stuff. We can give it a bunch of armor as well. That'll give us a little bit extra breakthrough. Make it the artillery tank. Whoa, that reliability. Yeah, I mean, this is looking pretty decent. Oh man. Well, we just had the death of Kiyoshi Kallio. I mean, I guess, you know, he served his purpose at this point. Our new guy, he's got that production efficiency cap. That's actually probably going to be better for us at this point. I think what I'm wanting to do next is I'm actually going to want to do a push into Leningrad and probably a push into Murmansk eventually as well. We'll try to cut them off, maybe pushing through here. The issue right now is I just need more troops for the front. You know, obviously that front is looking a bit bare at the moment. So yeah, we'll see what we can do there. And you know, I think I foolishly switched to service by requirement because this is decreasing our factory output, and our biggest limiter right now is not manpower, it's factory output. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch back. I know that's a waste. I just wasted 300 PP essentially by doing that, but it is what it is. I'd rather just waste it now than just wait, continue losing that 10%, because we need more artillery, we need more armored trains, we need more support equipment, we need more of so many things. So I'd rather have those than the current situation we have. I just noticed there's an actual naval invasion going on up here, so bring another troop up here and we'll deal with that quickly. We have these to deploy as well in case something got starting looking dangerous, but I think we'll be totally fine here. Oh yeah, instantly pushed out, just wrecked. Bye bye. All right, we've got some extra troops now. I'm gonna try to push here and then we'll try to hit Leningrad from all 3 sides. It looks like this should be easy. We can push them right out, no problem whatsoever. So yeah, it's looking good. All right, let's try to push Leningrad. Let's see if we can actually do it. They are trying to push back against us here. Let's add a couple more divisions here. Some of these are not the greatest of shape, and they have a lot of units here in Leningrad too. That's the other issue. Our supply situation is not great as well, but if we can take Leningrad, obviously that's going to give us great supplies. All right, I'm going to stop that attack from there. It was looking so good. Keep pushing. Yeah, we might have to hold off a little bit. Maybe we will try to gain some XP on these troops, and then, yeah, I don't know. That's definitely an issue there. Oh, we're getting naval invaded again. I'm assuming that's the island. Yes, it is, but we're wiping them right out. Oh, we're closing another encirclement, and I think this should push us over, or push the Soviets over 1 million casualties. Yes, it will. 1.01 million to our 37k so far with artillery only. All right, I think I'm gonna try to push Leningrad again here. Let's see if we can do this time. It's looking good. I want to get as much combat width as possible. That's why I did use 1 unit, even though it has bad supplies from this region, just to get that extra combat width on the attack there. Beautiful. Look at that. Very nice. All right, there's a supply hub for us. So that is epic. Should be in good shape now. Just a local police force. I think that's probably gonna be the best idea there. The Soviets are relentless on this island. I'm really glad I was able to get a unit there. I'm dumping some more troops out for the push. I do want to push through here and push up into Murmansk as well. So that's the next play here. Let's get some intelligence on Soviets. I think the Germans are going to be doing their push soon too, so that's something to think about as well. If we're going to make a play, it's kind of got to be soon. I do have a nice general here with Logistics Wizard that will help us significantly in actually being able to push. Unfortunately, we still do not have our train issue fixed despite building a ton of trains. Yeah, we're still just having massive trouble with that, but hopefully we can have that issue sorted soon so that then we can do our push and make some gains here. Uh-oh, scary naval invasion coming near Helsinki. Should be able to wipe them out pretty easy here. Hold Helsinki, they won't get a port, and we'll easily dispatch them. All right, I'm going to go for another large pocket. I freed up Murmansk, so I think it's time to just push across this front here, maybe along this river line or something like that. It shouldn't be too hard here. I think we can pretty easily push them. Yeah, it's looking good. So we should be able to make a real large pocket. We could probably do something here as well, or maybe across this line. Something up to Petrozavodsk. It's hard to say. All right, so we have 3 more units to dump out. I'm going to go ahead and dump those out right now because I want to have enough for this line as we're pushing. I don't want there there to be major gaps in the line. We are losing convoys left and right, just horrendously. I think the US is trying to send us goods. It's not going too well for us. Nice little juicy encirclements here. I'm gonna need to close these pockets, so I'm gonna use all these troops and just push right on up. Keep pushing on through. Everything looks clear over here. I'll probably need another unit for the defense here, just in case they try to backdoor us. I want to have all of our bases covered. With the closure of those two pockets, we've now inflicted 2 million casualties to our 54,000. We're looking pretty good, and I'm building a port up here because we have no supplies otherwise. I just thought about it. We have all these guns that we've now stolen. We could easily sell them, so I'm gonna add a bunch of that equipment. I could probably add all these junk tanks too that I am stealing from the Russians. I have a lot of stuff that I can actually sell because I don't need guns. All we need is artillery. 887 of the light tank chassis. That is nuts. I'm gonna mark these as high price as well because it seems like people will buy them regardless, pretty much no matter how you mark them. So I'm gonna also auto accept the purchase requests and see if people will start buying. There it is. That was fast. All right, I think it's time for our general push. Whoosh. Let's do it. I think I'm probably gonna have to micro this, honestly, because just a push like this is probably gonna be suicide. I'm gonna lose a lot of stuff, a lot of equipment, and a lot of troops that we can't really afford to. So I'm gonna need to actually micro, which is sad. I like being able to just do the lazy way, but we'll do it for real. About to get another juicy little encirclement here. I'm gonna keep trying to get some more encirclements. We'll see if we can surround this pocket here. Nice. There goes those 9 troops, or 10 troops, I think is what it was. Oh no, Germany's joining in. I've already just decimated the Soviets. I highly doubt they're gonna be able to really do very much against Germany. They're gonna be hardcore struggling. They already don't have enough equipment. They only have 145 to 232 divisions. Germany has 135 to 509. Yeah, there's no way they're gonna be able to hold in a proper Barbarossa. Well, I think I got a little too greedy trying to sell all this Soviet equipment for a high price, so I'm returning all of it to a normal price. Fortunately, there's not a quick way to do that, so I have to click every single one and click it over, but I mean, it is what it is. Get it fixed. Looks like we should be the first to Moscow, which I'm stoked about, as long as we keep on the move, which we are currently. Unfortunately, we have taken some pretty nasty casualties by this point as well, but we've definitely given them way more than we've taken. More pockets. Yes, love it. Beautiful. We do have to keep deleting these borders over here. We get a border on the Germans, and that's just useless. Well, I'm trying to get to Moscow first, but we're starting to run out of steam, and the Germans unfortunately actually have supplies, unlike us. So you can see we are just completely suffering here, and I'm really wanting to get to Moscow, but it's a struggle. We'll do our best, I'll say that. Yes, Finnish troops in Moscow. Oh boy. All right, so they are 53% towards capitulation. We'll try to get the rest of this done, but it seems like Germany is really pushing hard. So they're going to get a decent amount more participation, unfortunately. Most of theirs is going to be from occupation, whereas ours is going to be mostly from land combat damage. Well, we just finally got the 10% bonus against major nations for 730 days. I mean, it's kind of too late now. It's not going to do that much, but we can at least core Greater Finland. That's going to give us cores on, let's see, Onega, Olenets, Norrbotten, Finnmark. All right, we finally took Gorky. We got some supply hubs over here now. We're going to be in better shape to be able to push from there. Baku fell, Sevastopol finally fell. Yeah, I mean, they really don't have too much left, but somehow they still are only at 88%. Disgusting. And the amount of artillery we have lost just due to attrition alone is absolutely obscene. Yeah, I would probably not even want to see that number. Yes, Archangels finally fell. Oof. And it's because we built a port here. That's really the only reason. This supply nightmare that is Russia. It's a good time. Makes for a good time every time. Man, only 90% of the way. How? Even if we take Kazan, we're still going to have to get all the way into the Caucasus. I guess I should have done an operation, but it's kind of late to do that now. I don't know. I guess I could, but it's going to take forever. Uh-oh. Italy just got taken over. I hope the Germans can keep holding. I actually fell back to lines where I can actually get some supplies. I'm trying to resupply my troops and actually have artillery support equipment. I'm accepting lend-lease from people as well, but yeah, I mean, this is kind of nuts. I've lost so much stuff by this point. There's not too much else I need at this point. We've got pretty much everything, but we're just going to try to repair our completely ravaged economy. So currently I am doing a prepare collaboration government because that's really the only way I'm going to be able to do this. Either that or I'll need to to get enough equipment and build more supply hubs so that I can actually push in these regions. As it is, it's just so bad. You can't hardly push at all because the supply hubs are so far back, and trying to get into like Kazan, especially with my units where they were like a third half strength, just wasn't working at all. All right, our operation is almost done. I really hope it ends the war. Please. It looks like it did. Yes. Bye, Soviets. So definitely we can do Lone Wolf and no one crosses the finish line. Although I'm not sure if I'm actually going to do this because this requires just letting the game run for a super long more time. And I don't really want to do that, at least not today. All right, so let's just take our cores then. So we have cores here. We'll get as much as we can, get all of the greater Finland cores. This doesn't matter too much other than just getting our cores, and we'll just nab that achievement. All right, we're ending the peace deal, and I'm hoping the achievement will pop up. I'll be so sad if it doesn't. Where's my achievement? Where's my achievement? All right, let's check this out. Available Norrbotten. Oh no, we have to get Norrbotten, Finnmark. All right, I'm gonna redo this peace deal with the Soviets, and I'm going to go ahead and do a justification on the Swedish right now. I think we might actually just have to go to war with Sweden and then capitulate the allies. So I think actually we're not going to fight Germany. We'll need to get military access with Vichy, and we can help capitulate the UK, and then we'll have to do a naval invasion somewhere here. It's very unfortunate. We're not a naval state as it is, but I mean, I suppose we could take the Soviet naval force and then do naval invasions and try to get into like maybe Newfoundland, and then from there try to do some invasions of the US. And there's the capitulation of the Soviets. So we got a whole bunch of more equipment now. We'll be in good shape. We do need to make sure that we take our cores. That's going to be these states, this one, and this one, I believe. We could create a Soviet puppet if we want to. I don't know what's going to be better. We'll get a little bit of manpower if we do just take stuff ourselves. So maybe we'll just try to do that. So I'll see you guys at the end of this peace deal. We will need to make sure to take the entire Soviet Navy as well. Okay, so we got a really nice amount of stuff here. We also got the fleet, which is going to be useful. I'm hoping to change all of these divisions to actual 30 width, but really as it is, we have pretty good stats here. That's going to have only 18 organization. That's not great, but the amount of damage that they can put out in a very, very short amount of time is going to be immense. So yeah, I think I want to do this. 42 piercing, that'll pierce most anything the allies have. It still has 32 armor, which is insanely good, especially considering we were using a light SP still. So yeah, good air attack, good breakthrough, good defense, and definitely that massive soft attack is going to do a lot of damage. So let's go ahead and duplicate this. We're going to change this to the 30 width. I'm going to start changing our divisions to this as soon as we possibly can. I guess we should probably do a new icon for this as well. So what should we be? Let's be the sharks. All right, we got our war goal done on Sweden. Let's go ahead and declare war. And there we go. Look at that. Glorious green bubbles everywhere. Oh man, and look at those stats. Even with the river crossing, we are just absolutely obliterating them. And with bad supplies and a river crossing, and no problem whatsoever. Even with the lack of fuel, we're still doing 1600 soft attack. This is insanity. Yay, there goes Sweden. All right, so next up, we're going to be helping with defeating the UK. So let's send all of our troops over here. I think I should probably get my fleet out to try to stop them from sinking all of our stuff too. They have enough troops on the borders here that they're actually able to hold us off. Okay, down here they do not. Nice, we just pushed them right out of Cardiff. That's huge. Let's try to push here. Oh, there goes the UK. Beautiful. All right, we are finally getting transport ship, and that will allow us to set up a naval invasion. Finally. Well, our naval invasion was instantly repelled by this unit. Unfortunately, we have these that are landing as well, so should be able to take the port here. All right, we are all set and ready to invade the eastern part of the United States. So I'm heading near Boston and Providence, Rhode Island. We'll see if we can actually make it in here. We might have to use a force attack, and there we just got Providence. That is a port for us. Beautiful. Well, we just met our match with some divisions here. They actually have decent attack. We're still pushing. We're doing really well. I'm stoked about this. Another nice little pocket up here. Washington isn't well defended now. We should be able to just nab that real quick. Yay, Canada's down. Yay, we're all done with the United States. Okay, collab did go off, and that just finished it up. And as you can see, both territories are involved in this peace deal, which is perfect. So we can take both of our cores. Maybe we'll take some other stuff too. We do have a lot of points, so we'll see what we can get, and I will see you at the end of the peace deal. All right, we got a lot of stuff here. I'll show you all. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get all the Nordics, but we didn't have, there was one core in Norway that was part of the Axis anyways. So yeah, there's that. This should should get us our achievement. Where is it? Aha, there we go. Lone Wolf. So with artillery only, we got the Lone Wolf achievement. Yes, no one crosses the finish line. All right, we are all done, boys. That's a pretty solid run right there, I would say. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and just so you know, artillery only is viable for this strategy. I don't know whether you guys will want to or not, but it can be done. If you guys get enough likes on this video, yeah, let's go with 1,500 likes on this video. And if you do, I will continue this run, and I will go for a world conquest. So if you want to see that, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more crazy ideas from my messed up mind. And yeah, I think that'll be it. Bye bye.